Welcome again to The Resource. This is Mary Lou Bigelow, and with me is Dana Garmey, who's Executive Director of the Winchester Chamber of Commerce. So, it's so good to have you on the set today.
Thank you for having me.
I know you've been in this position now for about a year.
Yes, it's almost exactly a year to the day.
Right, but you've done very well.
I took over for Kathy Alexander, who had been in the position for, we think, 30 plus years.
30 plus
Kathy's
years.
not entirely sure, so
Yes.
but certainly 30 plus years, so big shoes to fill. She was an amazing mentor for me I think I started in 2020 under Kathy's tutelage and took over for her about a year ago
Right.
when she retired.
Yes, well, she was a wonderful director, and you've been doing a fantastic job.
This year we had our all-time high of 34 new members, and we ended 2023 with about 212 members, which is also
It's wonderful.
a high since before COVID.
Right.
So we're happy with that.
So tell us, what do you like about the chamber? What is the most important thing to you about it?
What I like is I've been living in Winchester for 18 years. I've raised my 3 kids there. They all go to the public school. They're all active in the community, and I love working in the community of Winchester. I love working in all the businesses. My friends joke that I never leave Winchester, which is true. Even crossing the line over here, I always just try and stay in Winchester, and so it's been great. I love it, and I love getting to know all the business owners. They've all been wonderful.
Now, some of the programs, let's talk about it, because I don't think, if you haven't been a member of a chamber, you don't really understand what the chambers do. So let's mention some of those different events.
One of the biggest kind of misnomers of a chamber is that we are part of the town, that I work for the town of Winchester. Chambers are separate nonprofits. We're our own functioning entity, and I think all chambers work very closely with the town government, whatever that may be. In Winchester, it's the town manager and the select board. But we are a completely separate entity from the town government. So I think that's a big misnomer. Another misnomer, I think, is that, for instance, Arlington and Winchester compete with each other, chambers. That is 100% not the case. We all work very closely. I consider them friends and colleagues. We share contacts, we share events. We all work very closely together, which is nice.
Now, there's a multi-chamber event, in fact, where you have
Correct.
any number of
We
chambers.
have several multi-chamber networking events where we all work together to provide, and we take turns hosting. We do have one coming up on January 24th, I believe. It's a speed networking event in Woburn. I believe it's Arlington, Melrose, Stoneham, Winchester, Wilmington, Reading, and Woburn all coming together for a fun speed networking event. So those are on all of our websites right now, and it's a great way to expand your contact base and into other towns, and it's actually the speed networking is a very fun event.
What about some of the things like the town beautification?
So that's always been certainly a priority of Kathy Alexander's, and we are continuing to do that. So in Winchester, our marquee town beautification are the hanging baskets. We hang 117 every spring. The chamber organizes the fundraising for that, which it's mostly residents, which we're extremely grateful for, contribute to the fund. We buy the hanging baskets through Mahoney's, which is a garden center in Winchester. We're grateful for that. And last piece is our DPW, which is amazing, and they get it done and hang the hanging baskets. And the other piece of...
That's nice to know that you don't have to go around and...
I don't have to go around and water them,
No.
So that's good. And then the last is, not last, but the next piece of that is during the holiday season is our lights. And lights in the downtown, lights on the common. This year the chamber funded the electrifying of all the poles in downtown Winchester so that the wreaths were lit up as well. So we continue to make that a priority with our fundraising and
Well, also this the Visit Winchester
So that was also a grant from the Massachusetts Office of Travel and Tourism that we received a few years ago, and I think it was 2 years ago that we received that grant. We were able to launch a website called visitwinchesterma.com, and we've been building off of that ever since with paid social media and videos. We have a printed map and brochure that we hand out to all the businesses, so that's been great.
So that's good. The Women in Business.
So that was a networking event that we launched in partnership with Arlington, actually, and Medford and Woburn, and we decided that would be something that our members wanted. They had been asking for it, and we did it, and it's been a great success. We did 2 last year, and we will continue to do that.
Can you tell a story, for instance, maybe, of anyone who joined the chamber and then told you how important it was, how much it meant to them? I'm sure there are many stories. I don't know if you've heard them, but I know that I was very surprised when I joined. I didn't realize how many things you do and how you really help the businesses in
I guess
in the town.
Yesterday morning is the first thing that comes to mind. One of our members asked for a social media training hour, and so I had to bring it all together at our Women in Business networking event. I met this woman, Courtney Wasserberger. Thank you, Courtney. And she offered to help us with our new website design. And now she is running monthly social media training hours at the chamber office. We had one yesterday, our second one, and everybody was so appreciative of that because no one really knows what to do. Small businesses don't have the staff and the time, and Courtney provided some amazing tips and tricks to lessen the load a bit.
That is a wonderful thing because I know it's changing all the time.
It does change a lot. We did talk about TikTok and the various.
Trying to keep up with all of them, it's practically impossible.
So that was a nice thing that came out of our Women in Business. That's snowballed into what yesterday morning we had 15 people in the office learning about social media. So it was great.
So what would you say to someone who's thinking of joining?
I would say take advantage of every benefit that we offer. We have a lot of benefits. Go to the events, network with other members, and if you're stuck and you've joined and you don't know what to do, just call and I can introduce anybody. I know most of our members at this point, and just really get involved and take advantage of the benefits.
Thank you so much, Dana. That was wonderful. I'm a member of the Winchester Chamber, and I know how much you do, and I appreciate it. Mm-hmm. And so thank you so much for being here. We'll see you next time.
Thanks for having me.